All right, and we're back on track, and the casters here, we've moved into Barcraft mode. Cheers.
Yes, indeed. Cheers,
Why
mate.
not? So if you're at home and watching this, you don't have to grab a beer if you don't want. It's completely fine to just watch. We've been watching all day, and we're starting to move over to the tired side of StarCraft right here. But we still have 2 players who have been waiting for a while, and actually, we have 2 more Masters players.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. So they all want to get a piece of Dash, and we're going to see if any of them actually get a piece of him, or if he's going to be walking home with all his Barcraft tickets and the epic mouse pad.
Yeah, I mean, Dash has played very well.
He's played very well.
I don't want him to lose in that fashion, but it
No.
would be cool to see like a challenger
Yes,
actually
defeat him. Actually,
That
it
would
would
be cool
it
as
would be a
well.
lot of fun to see him get defeated today. It's a little well. It is cool to have one go undefeated throughout all of the day, but it would be fun to show that he is defeatable, so that people want to sign up
human.
for him. He's human.
After
He's
all.
human. But it's also good to set up a standard. You know, he's in university starting. If you think you can beat him, sign up
Yeah,
and smash him. All right, so we're waiting for our next player, RMP, and he's Zerg.
RMP has already played.
No, sorry, not RMP. Starby is who he's waiting for, right? Oh, that's why we had the RMP here. So Starby, exactly, and he's Zerg, which is finally we're going to see high-level Zerg. We've had one Zerg so far, but he was silver.
Yeah, the Bailing Bus didn't work out for him, but
Not really.
it would be nice to see the Zerg player actually, because Dash has played a lot of TVPs.
Yes.
He played at TVT, who
Yes.
was against the Masters, but he
Yes.
hasn't really been tested in the TvZ
No,
aspect of things.
not
So
in the TvZ environment. What do you think about his build? Is he going to go the same thing?
I guess.
I
I mean,
guess.
he's been doing the wall-in and the one-rack CC all day long, so I don't
So-
see why would it change.
And it's viable against the Zerg, so why not?
It is.
And of course, if you it's very good if you have the same build order to go out from against all 3 matchups. Then you'll be very prominent in it in general.
Absolutely, all the timings are.
Will be absolutely crisp and perfect.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of very high level pro players who also like to use well, basically the same type of work. We have a few ones that are known for just the same type of play throughout. And I'm just to seem cool, I'm trying to think of one in my head and didn't figure one out right now. But I'll come up with that during the game. I'm going to shout out the pro player name just from nowhere.
We'll be waiting on it.
Yes, thank you. I'm not going to get to do that. Never mind. So let's see. prOpDash has some sort of things to something to configure. I'm not sure. And we're sitting here chilling out. So cheers.
Yeah, we had some technical issues, of course.
Yes.
But those stuff happen. I mean, as Tasteless so often speaks about, the computer is a platform, and or the technology in itself is a platform. I mean, you can compare it with a football losing air or something like that.
Yeah, basically. Without the technology, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But we've been doing pretty well. We had a lot of lag problems in the beginning, but we've tried to test it out. The bit rates, we haven't been able to test it out in this building together with a lot of other people connected to the network at the same time. So with a little change and a little testing, we've been doing quite well actually with the technical part.
Yeah, and we are actually moving into this map right now.
Here we go.
Once again on Cloud Kingdom.
Yes.
It's a decent TvZ map, especially if the Zerg player can creep all over the map. I think it's a heavily favored Zerg map.
Yes,
Not
absolutely.
heavily, but slightly
Not heavily,
favored.
but no. But you have so much room for building up flanks, building up round, attacking from all different angles and running around and doing counterattacks. So definitely a map that favors mobility, and the Zerg has mobility, unless you're going Brood Lord Queen, of course.
True.
Yeah.
So let us know who is who in this epic game.
Who is who in this epic game? On the top right corner, we have prOpDash, the undefeated Terran player. Give it up for prOpDash. And in the lower left corner, we have the dark horse, the Zerg player Starby. Can he beat the all-time favorite prOpDash? And by all time, I mean tonight.
All time of University starting.
All time of University starting, that is true.
He's undefeated.
He's undefeated throughout University starting so far. And my guessing is when we're throwing up the brackets with a lot of people, he's going to go undefeated for a while, depending on who's going to meet. So if you feel like you can beat him, as I said, unisl.se, go in there, sign up, and smash prOpDash. I think it'll be good for him to lose every now and then.
Yeah, I think he should need to practice humility.
Yeah, humility a little bit like that. We haven't, so far, we've seen a bunch of manor command centers. We haven't
seen the all-known planetary fortress
no,
yet.
We haven't.
He never gets to it.
No.
I think he has to do it a bit earlier in the game before it's 100% sure that he has won.
Exactly.
Like 80% sure that he has won.
80% sure, and then he loses that with the planetary, but that'll be worth it.
Oh yes.
That will be so worth it. That is true. Now the only actual chance he's gotten was when he met a silver player, but that silver player decided that when the all-in with the banelings didn't work, he decided no.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna drag this out.
So Dash, surprise, surprise,
yes.
doing the same thing.
Same
over and over and over. No, I mean, we talked about this, of course. If you feel comfortable with it, go ahead.
Oh, if you check the natural, we have a nice bunker coming down, and the question is going to be able to micro that SCV enough to... No, that SCV is getting out of there. But he has a half-finished bunker.
He forces 4 drones out of mining, so
yeah,
that's
so
nice.
he's forcing a lot of mining time, and he's losing very little minerals.
And the Marine also got the scouting drone, so...
Yeah, so fair enough. A little bit of a small advantage I would give to prOpDash with that, but nothing that would really actually matter too much when the game gets started. This, though, is a bad thing. If he manages to pop that Overlord off...
will he be able to?
I don't think he will. I think the Overlord is going to get
I
up
think that
over. That Overlord is... Oh!
Because he had the tower, he got the vision range to
He got the vision range to figure out... Yes, exactly. That was some pretty nice play there. The vision grabbing from the tower actually gave him the opportunity to kill an Overlord, and that puts Starby a little behind.
Yeah, it does.
Losing an Overlord this
especially in early game,
yeah.
when everything is at this supply, I would do this.
Exactly.
And then suddenly you have to build an Overlord,
yeah,
and everything is starting to fall apart. And as you can see, he's taken 2 gas in the main, but only mining from 1, and that might be a product of the fact that he lost an Overlord.
Exactly. It'll throw his whole build order around, actually. And Dash, as we know, is very secure with his. He knows exactly what to do since he practices it against all 3 races. So we have a quick third coming down for our Zerg player.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. And the question is, will he be able to hold this? The standard that Terran players does this day against Zerg players, even if they take a fast spawn, is going to the factory and the Hellions, and then adding 1 or 2 Banshees, often with Cloak, and they can do so much damage if the Zerg isn't fully prepared with the right amount of Queens and also a couple of Spores in position.
Exactly. The question is going to be able to build that up with the third still being it's a quite late third, is it not? I'm thinking something like that. If he wanted to go with an early double expansion, he should have done that a lot earlier, and it's scouted right there by prOpDash, who's got a Marine hanging around.
I feel the third base from the Zerg player is actually quite early.
Yeah.
Usually we don't see it until they can secure it with some Queens, and often when they have 4 gases as well.
Yeah, okay.
So it depends on what style you want to play and how comfortable you feel with taking the third base, but often more than not, they take it later.
That's fair enough. We have a few Zerglings chasing down the scouting Marine, and they're going to get picked off. And we have a bunch of Marines and an SCV coming in there. He's going to try to put some sort of bunker pressure on here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. And since those spine crawlers, excuse me, creep colonists take so long to finish, I think he would be able to actually deny this third base from going up at all.
Actually, and he has to cancel those, and he's probably going to get that third.
Yeah, there's not much of anything that Starby can do to actually hold that alive.
No, he tried to make a counter-attack here, but...
with the right amount of micro, he should be able to hold that as well.
Yeah, he should be able to hold that very easily. He's not even losing that second. Oh, he has a lot of more Zerglings running in here, and of course he needs to do some sort of damage meanwhile, because Well, he needs to try to deny that. Oh, he actually left the third base.
Yeah, he had to put the Hellions back to defend against the Zerglings, and if he gets enough Zerglings out, he might actually be able to take the bunker down and save the third base.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take the bunker down with the reinforcing Zerglings, and he's keeping the third alive, and at the same time, he managed to put down a lot of mining time in the natural expansion.
Yeah. A slight mistake there, producing 10 extra Zerglings that he really doesn't need right now. He's going for the Spire, so he wants to keep his economy up, especially in the gas count.
Yeah, very much.
And the Banshee is out though, so he has to be careful for not lose too much drones to that one.
Exactly.
Let's see, Spire is about halfway done, about 40%. So it will be a good minute or two away before the mutas will pop out on the map, and he should really build his economy during that time and get up to those 6 gases. He can do so much with it.
Exactly.
And for now, there are not much that Dash can do in terms of being aggressive.
I don't think so either, and we have Overlord drops.
What? That must be a misclick.
That must be a misclick.
I think the hotkey for Overlords and the drop is the same.
Yeah, is he?
But he's getting the Overlord speed as well, so you never know. He might have some crazy drop strategies.
Yeah, this could be very interesting. What is he gonna make to drop actually? He's building his Spire, but what is he gonna drop? Is he gonna drop Zerglings?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. We'll have to wait and see if he has some master plan behind this upgrades.
Master plan. And he's putting a lot of pressure here with the Banshee and the Hellions. Putting pressure on the third base, and managed to pick up a few Hellions, but
yeah, this is the standard pressure Unicom signal that Terran play does. But it's so late because of the early game push that happened from Dash, and the mutas is soon to be out, so I think he can actually keep this hatchery alive.
I think if he's quick enough, he's going to be able to do that. And he decides that, well, this Banshee is going down, I might as well try to do as much damage as I can. And it's a bit close, actually, with the Helivans, and I think they're going to be able to take it down before they
so
go. And it's how much?
24 HP!
Oh my
it
god!
It survives!
25 HP, that was insanely close. And if he would have managed, if he wouldn't have decided to turn with those Hellions, he would have picked it off.
But look at this, he's actually sent out the Raven and landing down a couple of auto turrets. So he might actually be able to snipe the hatchery with that one.
Oh, and he's trying to move those around all the Overlords, but I think it's going to be spotted by the most bottom Overlord.
Yeah,
the Overlord sees it, knows that the Raven is coming, so he's going to, I think, trying to intercept that with his mutas. Or is he not? Now he's moving back with the Raven.
Yeah. So that's some good moves here from our Zerg player Starby. So let's see if he can.
Actually, yes.
Making a lot of defensive structures, though. I'm not sure about that move. But he has the drop, he has the Overlord speed. So let's see if he's going to use those in some way. He has started his Zerg production as well. Yeah, there we go. Loading him up in the Overlord. So interesting.
This is going to be very interesting.
The only thing I feel that he's lacking right now is the upgrades.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same here. He has a lot of strange upgrades, like Overlord drops and speed and whatnot, but he doesn't have the crucial, just general upgrades. Meanwhile, the Terran player has his, what's that? Is it +2? I don't know all the
that's
the
+2 attack. And
that's a +2. Yeah, exactly, +2 attack and a +1, and we have the combat shields going on as well. So he's going to have a bit of a sturdy Bioforce here. Together with the Thors, to prevent all these mutas from doing all too much harassment damage.
Yeah, I feel like if this keeps up with the upgrades, that Dash will just have such a good unit composition. He's coming in with a lot of Zerglings here at the third base.
A lot of nice Zerglings, and the question is he going to use this to fly the Overlords? Yes, he does, but didn't really hold that too long. So the question is, he's a little undecisive here, but he wants to drop all those Zerglings in the main, decides not to. Is he waiting for? I think he's trying to. He wants to do a double-armed attack of some sort. So he wants to attack 2 places at once, and he's going to get a whole bunch of these Zerglings in here, and that's going to be a hard thing to actually do anything about for Dash. I think these Zerglings are going to do a lot of damage.
Dash has to split his attention between the main base and the third base. We see a lot of Banelings and Zerglings outside the third base as well.
Exactly.
But he should be in position quick enough to defend both fronts. The Zerglings in the main are cleaned out, and just now the units are moving into the third.
And I think he was a little undecisive because he would have wanted to do a double-pronged attack. He would have wanted to attack with the Zerglings and the Banelings in the third base, and at the same time doing the drop in the...
yeah, I think that was his plan for sure.
But something messed that up. I'm not sure what did, why he didn't do it.
I'm not sure either, but he's taken the fourth base, and he's also got the infestation pin and infestors overall. It's pretty good, especially against marine heavy.
That's true. So we got a Baneling drop here in the middle line that is natural, and they really don't manage to get all too many.
No, good reaction there from Dash.
Very good reaction.
And he has a lot of turrets. He knows the drop is out. He knows the mutas are out. So he's really investing a lot in defense.
Which basically shuts that play down. So is investing for good reason.
Yeah, I feel like Starby has to switch gears here.
Yeah.
And play a more straight up game.
Yeah. Exactly.
Going for the Hive. Pretty standard Hive timing, but his upgrades are lacking, and he doesn't really have the resources or the bank to support this. So we'll see if he can buy enough time to actually get those Hive units out.
Exactly, and is that ranged upgrade?
It is.
A ranged upgrade. What's the range upgrade for? Range.
I'm not sure. Maybe Infested Terrans, or maybe just a misprint.
Should be the Infested Terrans in that case. And here we have an interesting engagement. Let's see if he can plant down a bunch of nice bundles. He has a whole bunch of SCDs taking a lot of damage. And this is a scary force from Dash, actually.
This is a really scary force. It's almost maxed out. The Zerg is down on 110 supply.
Yeah.
He has all the bases and he's going for the tech, but he doesn't have a standing army, especially not after losing all the Zerglings in the main and at the third. So.
And here's panic mode. 52 Zerglings in production. You know, Zerg is feeling threatened when he has to pull all of his larvae into Zerglings. And that base is going to go down quick, but...
I don't even think he has the upgrades for the Infestor, so...
No, it seems
not enough for those fungals as well. Losing a fourth base, losing the third base.
This seems dangerously bad, actually, for our Zerg player. He has a lot of Zerglings coming, but I don't really know what he's going to do with the unupgraded Zerglings. And there's the GG from Starby.
Once again, Dash.
Once again, Dash, smashing all of the competition. He seems unbeatable. And, well, what did our Zerg player really do bad? What did Starby do wrong? Was there any
I mean, he had a clear game plan. It didn't work out for him fully.
No.
The Zergling drop wasn't timed with the attack at the third.
No.
If they had been at the same time, he might have been able to do more damage and maybe take a lead in the mid-game. But no, he didn't do too much wrong in that sense. He played well.
I think he played pretty well, but it feels like he had a plan for a lot later, so he wanted to stall the Terran until, because he wasn't working on the regular upgrades, he wasn't working, and he was going for his Hive, which would have needed him a few more minutes to get up and running.
Yeah, that's true.